Hi, we're here with Jenny Powers at the opening Broadway, Grease. Wonderful to see you tonight.
Thank you. It's great to see you too. I love your accent.
Thank you. Well, you know, we come over special to see you, and you know, obviously Grease is very big in London too. But we're here to talk about your show tonight, and you did wonderfully in the show. How did it feel being part of the show with such a bunch of young actors in it?
It's been a roller coaster ride. I mean, it's been such a fast process for us. I mean, we didn't have an out-of-town tryout. Most Broadway shows, they go out of town before they come in. And for us, it was like 4 weeks in a rehearsal room, then we were on the stage, and like 2 weeks, we had 2 weeks of tech, and then we jump in front of an audience. So it's kind of been like balls to the wall, excuse my expression, which is probably suits Grease.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's about these rebellious kids in the 50s who just, you know, love that beat, that rock and roll beat, and live on the wild side. So it probably suited the piece. But yeah, it's been a blast, and I think that the entire cast is so base Max and Laura. They're only 21, I know, but it's a show about high school kids.
You're absolutely right. I mean, so they fit it in well. Did Max and Laura fit in well? Because obviously you're a seasoned Broadway veteran, and so this is a new take on filling out the prime roles in a Broadway show, and it's to be seen whether or not this is something that's going to go forward. But how did that work? Obviously that was a very different feel from the other shows that you've been in before.
Oh, completely different feel, definitely. I mean, I made my Broadway debut in Little Women as Meg, the ingenue, you know, who just lived to, you know, fall in love and get married and have babies. That was her path. Rizzo, obviously, a little different. I mean, it's crazy, the differences. And that, too, Little Women was a really small cast. There was no ensemble. Grease, we have this, you know, larger ensemble and all these kids. Little Women was full of adults. And to embrace Max and Laura as the captains of our team, it's been interesting because it's like, okay, they're making their Broadway debut. They're not veterans. But we have to hold them up as the leaders because they are Sandy and Danny. And I think because they've risen to the occasion, and we've become a team. So it's been a really interesting process. And I think tonight, what was so awesome was that we got to see you guys got to see a show where the chemistry between us all was just so dead on.
It must have been weird, that chemistry you talk about when you came on the TV show, when you first came down the stairs and were introduced on the TV show. And it was a very, not uncomfortable, but somewhat unique kind of situation where here we are, everybody's been watching You're the One That I Want, the TV show, and now you've been introduced as the new Rizzo, and it's a case of, for you, did you feel like, oh well, you know, I hope I can step up to this challenge because now people are seeing me? And,
No, I wasn't worried about it.
Yep.
To be totally honest, is that okay to say? I mean, I wasn't.
Be yourself, please.
I was, you know, when I found out. Yeah, I mean, when I found out that they were looking for someone to play Rizzo, and they struggled trying to find a woman who could, because it's hard to find someone who looks young still. I mean, I'm older than Max and Laura, but
by a couple of months.
Right, just by a couple of weeks actually.
Oh my God.
So yeah. But who has that kind of like the disposition and the chutzpah of a leading lady.
Right, yeah.
And you know, I had done it, you know, my senior year in high school, and I was like, I played this role before. I would love to redefine it. I mean, I'm not a Stockard Channing, and
I noticed that she wasn't here tonight. I was hoping that she may.
I was hoping too.
There was a few people that didn't quite make it tonight, and that would have been one. But there were some people from the old cast. How do you feel about other people from the old show cast? Not necessarily the movie, but the old show cast being here and seeing you in that role. Did you feel you had to live up to something that they had created?
No, I don't.
It was all your own?
Well, I mean, I'd never seen it. So it was all my own. I mean, because I wasn't like I had watched it, took notes, copied it, tried to do what Andrea had done. I don't even know what she looks like.
Isn't she here? I thought she was here.
Oh, if she's here, that's great. I'll give her a big hug and be like, I'm so glad that we got to both play this role.
It's funny because we met a lot of those people and they're saying, oh yeah, we're going to look up our replacement, you know, tell them what a great job they did. So I'm sure that we'll be tonight. So.
Oh my, that's hysterical. Yeah, but I've never seen the original production or the revival.
Oh,
and
you didn't?
no.
Oh, okay. Which is maybe a good thing.
Because I'm young. I graduated college in '03.
Oh.
So I was still studying.
But maybe that's a good thing not to have seen it, because then you may feel that you may be trying to have to copy some of those things.
Exactly.
So it's better not to know, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It's hard enough not to do what Stockard Channing had done in the movie, you know.
Right.
But I really feel like
I don't know. They toned the show down a little bit from where the old show was. That was something.
they did. They had to because of the demographic. I mean, if you look at the kinds of people who come, number one, they've never been to the theater. Number two, a lot of young girls. And so you can't use that kind of language because we want to still be role models.
And that brings me to my last point, which is we were there the night of the previews, the first show on the previews, when you came out the stage door. Do you remember this? And you're looking for your mom. Do you remember your mom came?
Yes, she's here tonight. Yeah, Dee Dee.
Yeah, Steve, we got some great tape of you looking for your mom. And Mommy, and you're running around.
I know. I have to make sure she feels included, you know.
And it was the funniest footage. You should check the footage out. It's funny footage.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
So your mom should get that and keep that. And,
oh my gosh, yes.
And we didn't get your mom, and I think Steve turned around, but we got you looking for your mom. You know.
Rizzo needs her mommy. As if she really has that kind of relationship with her parents, you know.
Yeah, you were hiding under your white cap, I seem to remember, but we got a good shot of you. So
you're so cute. I mean, it's so funny because most of the time no one recognizes me when I come out of the stage door because I have this hair. And they think my wig is real. So they're like, oh, you know, were you in the show? Were you Cha-Cha? Because they'll see this hair. Oh, yeah. And they'll go up to Natalie and be like, oh, are you Rizzo? You did a great job.
Oh my God, you're like incognito.
Yeah, totally incognito. And the producers have planted them.
Don't worry.
The producers have planted themselves out there, and they're like, Jenny Powers, get back out there, sign those autographs. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. But no, it's been a wonderful experience. It really has, and I think we've brought as much reality as we can to Greece. And we're not like when you were asking me about Rizzo and what it's been like for me to play this, it's like I wanted to make it as non-cartoony as possible and really show this woman fleshed out, grounded, and like I said, who's not afraid to be a man's equal at that time in the 1950s.
Yes, yeah. And I think that definitely came through on the show, even though some of the things are glossed over. But I think we noticed that you really tried to bring out some of those points.
Yes.
Even though they were moving quite quickly over the subject.
Yes, definitely.
It's kind of tricky. It's
hard. It's hard. So you got to land that. Yeah.
But you did a wonderful, wonderful job tonight. Best of luck on the rest of your Broadway show.
Thank you so much.
And the rest of your Broadway career as well. We hope to see you in something new.
Thank you. Yes, well, I have my hand in a lot of things, so.
It's great seeing you. Thanks very much.
Take care.